Hi, welcome to this edition of BLB TV. I'm Takiya Smith, Master Lash and Brow Stylist and owner of Beautique Lash and Brow. In this edition, we are going to cover arching the eyebrows. I'm going to cover a couple of techniques such as eyebrow threading, eyebrow arching, and eyebrow design. I get a lot of questions in reference to how to arch, how to design, how to redesign, how to fill in the natural brows. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and jump right in because I have a couple of steps that I need to do. For those of you that have been following along, I am a beauty columnist for the Island News, Beaufort, South Carolina. And in my columns, I do a lot of series on beauty that focus on lashes, brows, skincare, makeup, fashion, that sort of thing. I recently did a series called Just Browsing, which was a tri-series that covered certain steps on arching the brows, defining the brows, filling in the brows. I gave tips and hints as well as pointers on tools that you can use to shape and arch the brow. What I'm going to do first is basically, if you can see here, I'm going to lean in a little bit, but I'm going to give you a sample of arching the brows. Mine are pretty much shaped well, if you can see here. It's just got a little natural curve to it, but I'm going to go ahead and thread them a little bit to clean them up because I want you guys to see the full difference here. And for those of you that don't know what eyebrow threading is, here it is. This is what it is. Just a basic piece of cotton thread that's twisted and manipulated with the hands. And what it does is it coils around the hair and pulls it directly out the follicle. Very organic, very safe, pain-free. A lot of people come in and they're very anxious about threading. They feel like it's going to be hurt, something that's hurtful. They've heard from their friends who've done it, but they've not tried it. And when they try it, they find out it's much better than waxing and it's not as bad as you think. But the outcome is very nice and precise and promotes a very nice, beautiful arched eyebrow. So we're going to, let me adjust, get a little closer here. And I'm just going to, you probably can't see that too well. I'm going to clean up my brows just a little bit. Threading basically is an ancient technique of hair removal. It originated in India, and you generally see it done by the Indian culture. We offer threading at Beautique Lash and Brow. Our method is called the hand roll method, in which you can see I'm rolling the thread with my hands. Traditionally, it's done in the same manner, but the thread is held in the mouth. We do not do that method here. It's just, the hand roll method is just a lot more sanitary. I think it's a lot easier to do as well. So you can see, I'm just kind of, if you can see, just kind of going through, cleaning up the area. And I'm only going to do one brow for the sake of time so that this video does not run on forever, because I really want to show you the outcome of a nice arched brow. All right. So that's just the top. If you can see the difference there, you can see the shape. You can also see the thread running across my skin exfoliates the skin, so it keeps it looking nice and healthy around the brows. And then underneath, I'm going to clean up. Basically, threading, because it's running across the top of the skin, you have very little pain in reference to waxing. Waxing really pulls the first layer of skin, which can be very traumatic to the skin, and over time promotes sagging. I'm getting a little pinching on my skin, and basically that's because underneath the brows, the skin is a lot more pliable, a little bit softer. Now, normally when customers come into Beautique Lash and Brow, the method that we have them to do is to hold their brow like so, to pull the skin taut, and that alleviates that pain and that pinching. But of course, since my hands are already in use, I can't pull it, but I'm used to this. And I love the outcome, so it's worth it. All right. So because I generally keep mine done and shaped up as much as possible, there's not a lot that I need to do to the shape. Threading can target more than one hair at a time, takes out an entire row, which is what you see going on here. This nice shaped line, see how smooth and even that is? It's because threading can take out the entire row. Or when I get under there in that arch, I can target individual hairs at one time so that I can begin to shape a nice high defined arch. Okay, so pretty much that's done. You can see that I'm leaning a little bit more. Okay. All right, so the tools I'm going to use today, shaping and defining a brow, is really simple. A lot of people traditionally, when they have sparse or thinning brows, like to use pencils, kohl eyeliner pencils. Nothing's wrong with the pencils. It's just that you have to have a nice, soft, feathery stroke when you use the pencils, because as most of us know, this can be very harsh on your brows, can be very dark, and it can be very unnatural looking. So I do a combination of both on my brows actually, but what I usually recommend for my clients are brow powders. You can see that. And this is just a simple, I think this is NARS Cosmetics. And here's the palette, and it comes in 4 different colors. There's sort of a tawny, a taupe, I think that's a black, and then like a chestnut brown. You can use these and kind of blend them to mix and match for your perfect color. But generally, one color is enough. I do a combination on mine. This is a brow gel. Brow gels usually come in brow kits. If you cannot find a brow gel, then clear mascara or even a tiny, tiny bit of clear mascara will suffice. But we're going to go ahead and start the steps, and I will show you what I do to arch and shape the perfect brow. I'm going to pin my hair back so y'all can see. Okay, so I've already brushed this brow. Basically what I start out with is to shape the brow and take nice, feathery, light strokes and just go underneath the brow, following the shape of the brow. Okay. Now once that's done, I begin to take those same strokes above the top of the brow. And remember, you just want to lightly, keyword, lightly trace that. And you begin to see a shape. Okay, if you can see that, just kind of traced it. What I'll follow up with is, most of us have a mascara brush. This is a disposable mascara wand. You're just going to take it and just brush that and begin to blend the brows. Brush out that kohl eyeliner throughout the shape of the brow. And what that does is that diminishes and minimizes any of the harshness in any areas where I may have been too heavy. You never want to, with your pencil, see here at the bulb of your brow, you don't really want to draw that off. What I normally do is, again, I just blend, and as you find as you start blending, it shapes it up and you'll get a natural look, and we'll go over how to complete that. All right, Then the next step that I do